Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Riley Davis, and welcome back to the Red Zone podcast. With me, as always, is my lovely, amazing, wonderful co-host Nathan Cohen, and then with us, not as always, as unalways, is
Wow.
right.
Perfect.
Yep, that was
Perfect
really
intro.
good.
Let's stop there.
Anyways, is Jordan Jones. Yay!
Yay.
Hello.
Yay!
Golf
We've
Yay.
golf
talked about
claps,
having
golf
Jordan on
claps.
as a guest. What?
Said golf claps, golf claps.
We've talked about having Jordan on as a guest like the whole season. So if you're
Yeah.
wondering who we're talking about, that's who it
It was
is.
me.
Roughly since about week 1, yeah.
I think so, yeah. It's been like a while.
Jordan, you've had incredible moments throughout your career of things that I will not say as not to dox you. But can you just say that this is like the greatest moment of your career, being a guest on the Red Zone podcast?
100%. 100%.
We do it
Biggest
again,
fan.
Riley.
We did it.
What is this?
You're on the other side of my screen.
I
You're over
It's
here.
okay.
don't
It
know what
records
that's
my no, no,
gonna
no. It
look like.
records my end. It records my end, so it'll record
Okay,
what
so
I
wait,
see.
ready?
Okay.
Put more.
I
There
need
you
y'all to
go.
know how crazy this looks on my end.
Are you in the
Insane.
middle?
Okay. No, I'm on the left.
Oh. Wait, who's in the middle?
Nate for me.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
Okay. Why is Nate in
I'm in
this
the
center?
top
Nate's in the
right.
center. Nate's in
I'm in
the
the top
center.
right.
Oh,
I'm in the
perfect.
left for mine.
I'm in the top right for mine. I'm in the top
That's
right on
funny.
every
Hmm.
single one of these videos.
Oh,
Dang.
yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Interesting stuff. But championship week has come and gone. The playoffs have been set. Bowl games have been set. We have a lot to talk about. Final podcast episode of the regular season. I mean, I guess if we count this as the regular season, but it's our final episode for at least a month and a few weeks because we won't have one
Yeah,
until the season is over.
bowl games are
Um,
done.
but we will, I guess we can announce this. We will have instant reaction videos to, I think, pretty much every playoff game,
We will be
roughly.
together.
We will be together for the entirety of the first round. And then second round, we will be maybe together, maybe not together. And then but you'll get instant reaction videos. I might even tune in from the Game of Roses in California, and by that I mean I will tune in as I will be going to the Rose Bowl to watch Indiana dog
That
stomp
must be
whoever they
cool.
play. It is very cool.
What if it's Alabama?
I'll cheer for IU.
Yeah,
I
that'll
have
be
been
cra
Well, I know
that'll
so
you
be
cheer for
crazy.
IU, but would you want them to dog stomp
yes,
Bama?
yes.
Dang.
I want them to dog stomp any
Oh.
team they play. Also, I have a lot of frustrations with this Alabama team that if IU decides to kill them, it would be therapeutic in a way.
What are we talking about first? Games and then games
Yeah,
first, right? Because that
yeah, games
determines
first.
something.
Because obviously I think we had 6 games to talk about this week. I mean, I'm sure we could talk about other championship games that happened, but I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't watch any championship games other than the ones that were important. So that's
Okay,
why we're going to
That's
talk about
fair.
the ones that matter.
The
Um,
ones that were important.
the ones that were there were a lot of, I mean,
There
weirdly,
are
I think
important ones. The ACC. Remember, we were talking about like how crazy would that be if the ACC
I thought
cannibalized itself, and they
for
freaking did.
for a glorious 12 hours there was going to be no ACC teams in the playoff and life was going to be incredible. And
that
then
would
the
have been
playoff
amazing.
committee did actually make the right choice for once, but did add Miami instead of Notre Dame,
And
which
then
oh
it
boy,
caused
we'll
Notre
talk
Dame to
about.
have like a freaking tantrum.
Childish temper tantrum. But before we get into games, I must confront you, Jordan. Why are you such an Arch Manning glazer?
Oh God, I love him. I mean, first of all,
He's
I
not a Heisman
obviously we can get
finalist.
into it. Okay, and he
That
was
means
Hey,
I don't
bro.
have to wear.
robbed,
That means I don't have to wear an Auburn
and he's
jersey.
robbed, and he was
He's
robbed, and I
robbed.
never agreed to have to do anything, so
No,
I
I
guess I'm
know.
just chilling. But he was robbed because Arch Manning, that just would have been so amazing. And honestly, he still has next year, so like, I guess I'm just gonna root for Texas because my team's bad.
That's a
Yeah.
punishable
The
crime.
silence.
Rooting
Well,
There's
for
nothing
Tech.
to argue about. Except
Well,
you
I'm
did horns
sorry.
up. Oh, and no one will know that. We lost all the visual from
Yeah.
the one episode with Nate's dad, but
We
we
didn't talk.
voted.
I guess we didn't talk about that last week.
No, I guess not. We had so many visual bits in that
That is the
episode.
worst possible episode we could have lost visually because
That's so
like
We had
sad.
to
there's like
pause twice due to like just glitching out.
because my dad's computer
And
sucks.
Oh no.
yeah,
Oh,
No
should have used
offense.
your webcam.
I did
so
not bring my
true.
webcam back to Atlanta with me.
I
You
didn't bring
should
my
have.
mic. We had a weird
Uh,
mic too,
yeah, it kept unplugging itself.
which is probably partially the issue. But then like we
Definitely
like the
partially
whole
the issue.
intro, we like bumped into each other and we were like,
We
"Oh,
did a whole bit.
what are you doing here?" And then like when we were voting Texas A&M or Texas, we did like horns up or horns down.
And my dad and I were
Like
Who
right.
voted?
we made
Oh
jokes
my
about,
God.
which is weird because on Flip I bet on Texas, which is strange. But
Yeah.
and then we
I
joked about
I
like
Yeah,
the
I've had to be
height
banned
because
from
for some
Fliff.
reason I was in the middle of
Oh
these
my God.
two.
Wait, they'll never see that.
Dude, they'll never see that, and I'm in the middle of
Okay,
these
I'm
two
I'm gonna
tall
post
people.
I'm gonna post a picture of the height difference because it's 6'3" me, 6'1" my dad, and then 5'4" Riley in between the two of us.
Dang.
Unfair.
We love a short king
Thanks. Appreciate
on
it.
this
I'm
podcast.
even
Except
shorter too.
I
Barely,
can
but
actually
yeah.
agree. I can
I
attest to that.
I thought
Yeah.
I was 5'4". So
You thought you were 5'4" until a real 5'4" showed up.
yeah, yeah.
And
Honestly,
that
now I'm
was me,
5'3", which
guys.
sounds worse. 5'3" just doesn't sound as nice, but it's fine, I guess.
I think 5 in front of anything sounds bad. Six
Okay,
foot
shut up.
life.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
whatever.
Hey, just
I
because
feel
you're
like it'd
like
be weird to
a
be
freak
six.
of
The
nature.
group
No, I'm
picture of the
kidding.
three of us at Universal is
Oh yeah.
incredibly funny because there's just a massive
Well,
cutoff
you're the
between me
odd
and then
one
the two of
out.
you.
It's like you with your kids. Like,
No.
Even though both of you are older than me.
I know, which is crazy.
Whoa.
I mean,
Young.
Riley
True.
is older than me.
True.
You're not
Four
even.
months.
Imagine being in your teens.
February
When's your birthday, Nate?
28th, 2006.
Gross.
So you're exactly 4 months. That's crazy.
Yeah, 4 months to the day. I have a lot of
To the
those kind
day.
of
Wow.
weird birthday things, and by a lot I mean two. But I have two, and it's
Okay.
weird.
Is
Weird
it
it
me
happened
and
twice.
Levi?
No, I have two
Oh.
friends that, well, I guess three friends if you count Levi. Three weird birthday things with my friends because you and Levi are exactly 4 months older than me, and then
Mhm.
my best friend Miles is 2 weeks older than me because he was born on Valentine's Day.
Oh, nice. I
And
have
those
a
two
friend
those
who's
2 weeks when he's a year when he is 20 and I'm 19 are going to be hell.
yeah. I have a friend whose half birthday is my actual birthday and vice versa, which is
Do you
See, I
funny.
believe in
had
half
that too
birthdays?
in high school.
Well, I mean, I don't really celebrate them, but like every time he tells me happy birthday, I say happy half birthday, and he says the same thing because I think it's hilarious.
My half birthday I think is August,
Oh, dang.
but I'm not
Mine's
entirely sure.
October.
Mine's May. Oh,
What does
that was loud.
October lead to? Is that like May?
Close.
April.
Hmm.
Good job, Nate.
Hey man, I don't know my
Yay.
month.
Now
I don't know
guess
my
the
months.
day.
No, that's okay.
Okay,
Hey,
guess the
that's
day.
okay.
The first.
Guess the day of what?
Your
Your
birthday.
birthday.
Oh, no.
The
That
second.
would be horrible.
Good Lord.
Nate, this is going to take a long time.
The third.
Jeez.
You went to the third after. This is gonna take a while. Third.
Nope.
Anyway, so let's get into the first game of the. Should we talk about my games and then because it's kind of weird. I have two games this week to talk about because both my teams were in championship games.
We can just
Um,
talk about. Do you want to just talk? What's up to you? I guess they're your teams.
I don't. Okay, we can get the Alabama game out of the way because if I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a lot to say
Go
about it.
ahead. Yeah. What do you want
Um,
to say?
Okay, so full disclosure, I quit watching this game at halftime. So
Why?
I
What could
I
that
finished
be?
watching it later. I was at the Big Ten championship, so I was in a car on the way to Indy, during the first half. And then the first half was over, and I was like, I'm going to enjoy going to this game with my friends and watching good football. I went back and watched the second half, so you don't have to, even though after the result, because no one can ever attest how much I put effort into this podcast. I went back and watched the second half of this game so I could have an opinion after knowing what happened. My opinion, how did they let this team into the playoffs? I know that they don't want to punish conference champions, and I'm all for that. That's what I said. But I don't know if I said this last week. Conference champions shouldn't get punished unless they get their ass kicked in that conference championship game, and Bama did not look like they even deserved to be on the same field as Georgia. I watched a team like bold-face quit on Saturday. They played like shit. The run game is non-existent. Ty Simpson has regressed to Lenore Sellers state. I cannot believe that we are stuck in this stupid revolving door of a fucking offense that doesn't do anything. I'm gonna be honest.
Roll the Theismann clips right now. Roll them all. I want
Because
to
you looked like a Heisman contender at the beginning of the year. You cannot say that I'm wrong on that. Up and after we
No,
beat.
so did Sellers. I mean, like, it's crazy.
No, he did not. Sellers never looked like a Heisman
And
contender this
and
year.
so did Arch Manning. Like that was
Okay.
so honestly crazy.
Anyway, and we
Okay.
finished this game with -3 rushing yards. All three of us sitting on our fucking ass recording this podcast rushed for more yards than Alabama did on Saturday. I cannot
-3.
tell you how much. One, I don't really want to deal with the first time Alabama plays Indiana being an in-person game that I'm going to be at the Rose Bowl. But if I'm looking at this objectively, we would beat the shit out of Alabama. That would be such a good matchup. If they manage to beat Oklahoma, we're beating them by 50. So like,
That would be your third try to beat Oklahoma in three in since last year as well.
I just don't care. Like, IU winning the Big Ten made me literally not care about this game at all. Like, I don't know if that
That's
makes
fair.
me a bad fan or not, but like, this team is just so annoying, and they don't fix their flaws, and they have no running game, and it's like, they're probably going to lose to Oklahoma on Saturday. But
Oh
like,
no, what an incredibly unique experience. That sounds like it
Yeah, I've
must be
never
so
felt that before in my
hard.
but here's the
I'm so
difference between us and you
sorry.
guys. We
Oh
have
no.
won 18 national championships, 6 that have came in my lifetime in the better part of the last 16 years. So we have a winning like history, unlike South Carolina, who has been a terminally mid football franchise since pretty much since
We didn't
Spurrier.
even play this week. What's the
I
point
was
of
about to say that.
I literally burned
Literally,
us
what?
myself. Why are we getting like
Why do
why are
you
we
need to?
catching strays right now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Because
You're like mid passing game, not good football team, and I was like, yeah, that's so crazy. Imagine having that. And
you
then
were
now
trying to
we're
make me
catching
feel
strays.
bad for complaining about
Uh
my team losing football games. Also, losing
Now
to
we've
Georgia sucks, and I hate it. And I just hate losing to Georgia. But
because like a
I
month
actually,
ago, y'all beat them at Sanford
well,
Stadium.
it's more like almost 3 months ago at this point. But like, yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
was.
was September. Oh
Well,
Lord.
that team is not even close to this Alabama team because could like that team could convert like fourth downs. This team cannot. And
No.
I just
I was watching this game and I was like, damn, this is like really not a good offense right now. It was kind of crazy to watch because I was like, what happened to Bama, bro? Like, I don't know. I mean, you said
it's
this kind of the
because this
last
team
couple weeks
sucks.
too about like having like a weird 180 type thing, which is interesting. So that must be fun.
Well, yeah, that's all I have to say. Yeah, I'm done talking about this stupid fucking football team. Let's talk about the
Oh
AAC.
wait, I want to know. Did Jackson text you anything?
Jackson, okay. So I I love Jackson to death. He texted me, didn't even text. Oh, hold on. Un
Bragging
segundo,
about the
por
webcam
favor.
earlier, that was off of the pod. We were
That was
talking
Yeah,
about
off
something
it
pod.
else.
was off.
It's been
You
doing
We were
need
that
to
all
go
trying to
year.
talk.
side. Oh, there you go.
So
There we go.
so Jackson said, super happy for you after the OSU missed field goal.
Okay.
And I said, game's not over, game's not over, game's not over. He said, I agree, but I saw how you're there. I'm glad you get to experience it. I want you to have the joy that I did tonight. Congrats, man. Love you. Your QB just said fuck on national television. This is awesome.
Why you sound
Um,
AI?
I sound like that when I'm reading texts.
Your QB.
No, like just the text in general kind of sound AI. Not you sound like AI.
Hmm. Um,
Um,
so
Well, that was sweet,
he
sort
was,
of.
he was nice. He didn't rub it in my face. I think he
he
knows that I
likes
care about
playing in the
IU.
bend.
I think he knows that I care about IU more than Alabama right now. So
Yeah.
it's anyway, AAC time. Tulane beats North Texas 34-21 behind a very strong first
Which
half that
I called, bro.
you
You
called
said
that
North
Tulane was going to
Texas,
win.
and I was like, nah, Tulane. I like their colors. Go Green Wave.
Okay, so you didn't really
Such a
like
weird mascot.
That was my mom's high school mascot, bro. The
The green
Green
wave?
Wave.
What is that?
It's a Green
Wait,
Wave.
do they have an actual mascot like one that walks around?
I don't know. Let me look it up. Tulane
Because,
mascot.
ooh,
Riptide the Pelican.
what
it's a
is,
pelican?
okay.
He
It's
rides the
has
wave.
the biggest mouth I've ever
Oh
seen.
God. He's got like
Lovely.
a they made it into like a chin.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Don't look at it.
I
Um,
already,
but I thought that Tulane just kind of like I thought this game was going to be better if I'm being honest. I put a lot of stock in this game when I was telling everyone to like go out of their way to watch it, and the game kind of was just like nothing. Um, I thought North Texas like it was weird. It's probably Mestamaker's worst performance of the whole year for North Texas. Through three interceptions, they were just kind of unable to get themselves out of that hole. Um, but Tulane, I mean, they've been good this year. They get a rematch against Ole Miss, which is a team that beat them by 35 earlier in the year. So we'll see how that
And
goes.
they're rocking without Lane Kiffin, so who knows?
Yeah, they are rocking without Lane
fair.
Kiffin. Oh my God, has that? Oh wait, that was last week. Okay,
That was last week. That was last week.
I was like,
Can
okay.
you imagine?
But
Oh,
I think Tulane. I don't know how well they'll do, but they do get the Group of Five spot. I don't really count James Madison as getting the Group of Five spot because they got the ACC spot.
Which is
Um,
crazy because literally you were like repeatedly going like James Madison has not gotten enough credit, and then
yeah,
now they're in the playoffs.
I've been on James
hey, so
Madison's. I've been on the James Madison train since like week 7. Like I I I agree. I will say I will be the first to say I'm kind of a fucking idiot sometimes, and I say a lot of things on this podcast that age incredibly poorly. But that one did not.
never.
Um,
Never.
but hey, well, it was fine, good game. Kind of wish it was better, but whatever. You guys got anything to add?
Whatever. Whatever. No.
Cool.
Other than never mind. Go ahead.
And then James Madison beat Troy 31-14 in the Sun Belt. Where kind of like the only interesting part of the game was the coach pleading with the fans to stop throwing snowballs on the field.
I did see that.
Um,
That was
That's
hilarious.
actually
not a
crazy.
not a lot happened in this game. Troy was just not on the same level as the Dukes.
No, James Madison was
Um,
like showing out. It was
even though
crazy.
that the game was like 3 points going into the fourth quarter, just kind of one of those where like you knew it was going to be James Madison coming through at the end. And they did enough, and they
They,
got what needed to happen,
yeah.
and play. They win. They win the Sun Belt. They get into the playoffs. Yippee day, yippee you. Um,
Yay.
let's talk. Let's finish with the Big Ten. Let's talk about Big 12.
That was a
Texas
good
Tech.
game.
Yeah, very fun. Even though Texas Tech kind of dog walked BYU, 34-7, ending the Mormons' chance of playoffs.
Crazy.
Um, we
Which isn't
sadly, and then we got denied by Notre Dame throwing a temper tantrum of Mormons versus Catholics in the Pop Tart Bowl,
which would have been
Yeah.
cool. And now Tech is going to the Pop Tart Bowl.
which is
But
infinitely less cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
But wasn't it like I saw something about like Texas Tech winning it was like hold on. I gotta go find a stat really quickly. No, it was
Well,
just
I
their
love a
first
good
ever.
stat.
Okay. It was just, no, it was just like their first one. I thought there was something cool about like BYU's won it for however many years, but no, it was just Texas Tech's first. First
That's
BY
crazy.
first Lord Big
You
12
got it.
championship. There we go.
You'll get there eventually.
That's crazy.
I did.
Because I don't know. I would have assumed they won it before, but
I mean, Texas Tech they've been a team this year where it's like, despite being fourth in the country, I just kind of feel like no one cares about Texas Tech. Like,
yeah.
because they really only have two good wins this year, and it's both the wins against BYU, which is not their fault. They play the schedule they were given, with the exception of the loss to Arizona State. They have been good this year. They have arguably the best defensive player in the country in Jacob Rodriguez on their defense. They have a strong unit. Baron Morton's a very good quarterback. They just have very solid. They're just a very solid unit. Um, but
Mm.
no one's really talking about them going into the playoffs. And assuming, because I'm just going to go out and say this, I don't think James Madison's going to beat Oregon. I think Oregon Texas Tech in the quarterfinals is going to be a barn burner of a football game. That is going to be, or the quarterfinals, that's going to be like appointment viewing television. That game's going to be very fun. And Texas Tech plays a very fun style of football. So I makes sense that they won this. I didn't think there was ever going to be a chance the BYU won. I know I predicted them last week, but
It
that was
kind
more
of
just the
looked like it in the
chaos thing,
beginning, and AK by the beginning, like the
like the
first
first
quarter,
drive.
but like, cause for real, like Texas Tech did not look good in the first drive, and I was like, dang, like what's going on? And
They
then they
just
pulled it together, or the first quarter, but
yeah.
They
I
locked
this
in.
is a very good Texas Tech team. One to watch when it comes to the playoffs, and this just further proved it. They were class above the field. And the Big Ten and the Big 12 gets, I think it's a sixth winner in 6 years, which is pretty cool. Parity conference. There we go. And then ultimate chaos. Duke beats UVA in overtime to win the ACC and for a
oh my
bit
god,
cancel
bro,
the end of this game. The entire year we've talked about how just batshit crazy the ACC is, how like ridiculous
cannibalizing.
cannibalism. And the end of this game was just the ACC season in a nutshell. Duke is
The one
up
yard
by, I
pass.
think it was, yeah, Duke's up by 10 with 4 minutes left in this game. UVA goes down, scores a field goal. Duke gets the ball back. UVA does nothing with it, punts back to UVA, who gets the ball on the 4 yard line, proceeds to go 96 yards in a minute and 30 seconds, score a touchdown that shouldn't have counted because the wide receiver ran out of bounds and then ran back inbounds, which is technically not allowed, and then send the game to overtime. Duke gets immediately to the 1 yard line in like 2 plays, does nothing for 3 straight plays, finally decides to wake up on fourth down, makes it 27-20. UVA gets an unsportsmanlike a roughing the passer penalty on the play where Duke scores, and then somehow, in some new addition to the rule book that even the commentators didn't actually know if it was the rule or not, the 15 yards got added to UVA's start in overtime. So instead of starting from the 15, they started from the 40, which is a rule that I have never seen implemented, and I have watched hundreds and like thousands of college football games in my life that I've never seen happen. UVA immediately runs a flea flicker, immediately throws an interception. Game over. Duke wins the ACC. What the fuck? I just perfect. It's
Because we
perfect
literally joked
chaos.
last week. Can you imagine if Duke wins? Like that would be like if Duke wins, blah 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 blah.
Like how
What?
funny would it be if
What?
the how funny would it be if the ACC's one playoff bid gets cannibalized by a team that lost to UConn in football, not
They have
Yeah,
basketball,
5 losses
football.
this year. Mm.
Yeah, and one of them's to fucking
that's
UConn.
crazy.
Not basketball, football. If you like, I don't know, like, would you like? I'm trying to think of like what week this would be truly insane if you told me that the ACC championship was Duke, Virginia, and Duke is
Literally
eight and
any week
five,
of
and
the season.
Virginia's 10-3, and Duke won. Like,
I literally
That is
any
kind
week of this season would have been insane for you to tell me that. Even rivalry week, I was like, there's no way we end up back at Duke UVA.
yeah,
Because Duke lost to, I think it was UVA in the regular season. And then everyone was
I'm
like,
pretty
oh, they're not
sure.
going to make
Like,
the
hold
ACC
on, who are their
championship
losses?
game.
Okay, they lost to Illinois. They lost to Tulane. They lost to
Uh huh.
Georgia Tech, UConn, and UVA.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like, So we're sitting here talking about this team that does not deserve to make the playoffs. Neither team does, because let's be real, UVA, even if they won the ACC, shouldn't have gotten in over James Madison. Both those teams are going to get equally demolished by Oregon no matter what. But now we're in a situation where James Madison has made the playoffs, not Notre Dame, because of Duke beating UVA in the stupidest football game that has ever been played. It is it's why college football is the best sport ever. Like it just doesn't happen in any other sports. This is perfection. Everything down to the last minute detail. It's been perfect. God, I love this sport. But God, the ACC is just
Yeah,
What's
a hot
going on?
mess.
It makes
Yeah,
it,
honestly, it's so weird.
I mean, I
it's
don't
just
like
But
that conference because the Pickens County Agricultural
yeah,
School is in that conference.
you mean
But
Clemson?
nope, the Pickens County
Clemson.
Agricultural School. Um, and they're in that conference, so obviously, I think that they're what are they even doing over there? But like, yeah, truly crazy.
Hey, this is better than last year where like the ACC championship was kind of crazy, but then both of them made the playoffs and did not deserve to make the playoffs.
Now
Yeah,
neither of them
not
made
at
the
all.
which
Which is
Yeah, so
really
that's
is
honestly
funny.
even
better.
funnier.
Yeah, honestly more funny
It was
and
like
better. Yeah.
it was like the thing where before the game, UVA had a 99% chance of making the playoffs if they won. Duke
Lord.
and a 0.1% chance if they lost. Duke had a 0.1% chance to make the playoffs no matter what happened in this game. Duke
I
was a
love the freaking
Duke was
stats
a
that are literally like,
suicide
if they
bomber.
lose this game, they will lose everything.
Yeah,
Because
Duke
they did that when we were
imagine being a
playing Texas
UVA
A&M.
fan.
When we were playing Texas A&M and we were still winning before the second half, um, like literally they would have the stats that were literally like, oh, like if Texas A&M loses, they're not going to the playoffs. But if they win, they're fine. And I was like, please.
they BYU would have rather exploded the entire ship than let UVA make the play. They were a suicide bomber. They would rather blow up the ACC than let UVA get into the playoffs, which is a hate that I just truly admire. And then Miami got in anyway, and all of this ended up being for naught. But like for a glorious 12 hours, it seemed like the ACC had cannibalized itself harder than any conference had ever. Because like when the Pac-12 was cannibalizing itself, like peak Pac-12 during the 14 playoff, you could make the argument that like there's 5 power conferences, there's 4 playoff spots, one conference is going to get left out every year, or the SEC is going to get 2 teams in the playoffs, like it ended up usually doing. But like you could make the argument like, yeah, cannibalism doesn't like matter as much in the 14 playoff. We were 12 hours from having 12 teams make the playoff and not a single one of them be from the ACC.
Which would have been hilarious. But then Miami
Yeah.
got in and Notre Dame is not here, so
Which is
And now
at
we
the
have
end
to
of the
watch
day the right
Carson
call.
Beck play.
You mean Sid the Sloth?
Yeah, I mean,
don't say Sid the Sloth because that's low-key insulting to Max Verstappen. Because
R.I.P.
people
man, he should have won
compare
the championship.
for
Fucking
real.
Antonelli, bro.
Hey, Max said no hard feelings, and he made Red Bull apologize.
And he's gonna take the number 69 next year, so it's gonna be really funny.
okay.
Is he actually?
It's highly speculated that he might. He apparently liked a
Good
tweet of
lord.
someone saying that he should.
That means nothing. I literally, I
Well,
feel
he
bad
said,
for
well, because
Oscar
the
though.
article came out that was like he said he wanted his first number to be 69, but his dad made him use 33.
All right.
Um,
Lord.
I, have you seen
Isn't he
the
one
clip
right now?
from uh what video game? Last of Us, where like the two of them are arguing and then the camera pans to just a guy hanging himself. The amount of times I've
No.
seen that.
No?
So okay, so Last of Us, you guys know what that game is, right? Video game.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I watched
Zombies?
the
yeah,
show.
the zombie one.
Yeah.
I think it's the first game. It's like not Joe. What's the guy's name?
Why can't I remember his name? Pedro Pascal.
Pedro
Joel.
Yep.
Pascal, Joel. So Joel's arguing with someone. I think it might be his brother. And then like the camera pans, and it's just a guy hanging, like a guy who has been hung. And I've seen that clip 10,000 times, where it's like Max and
In the
Lando
first
arguing.
game?
Maybe it's the second game, and then it's like Max and Lando arguing, and then it pans, and it's just Piastri, like Piastri fans. Anyway, this is not an F1
It's true
podcast.
though. He looked pissed though at
Congrats!
the
Did you
end of
see
that.
his
And then they
Instagram comment?
celebrated the Constructors' Championship without him.
Well, that like were you talking about in Singapore?
No, I'm talking about in Abu Dhabi. Wait, no, I'm not. I
No,
don't fucking
Singapore is what you're thinking
know.
of. That came out that that wasn't McLaren's fault.
Okay, good. Is that what I'm talking about,
Um,
or am I just seeing
yeah,
that clip now?
that is what you're talking about.
But then there's also the I don't know, like Zach Brown on his radio
Oh my God!
after
Don't even get me started. Holy
Zach Brown
fucking
on Lando's
cornball!
radio and on Oscar's radio. Lando's
Oh, you
radio was
didn't.
cringy as hell. Oscar's radio, I was
Is
like,
this the
shut
world
up.
champion hotline?
Hey,
Suck my
Zach
balls,
from
bro.
McLaren.
Actual nonsense.
And then Oscar's hearing from his engineer and it's like blah 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 blah. And then like he goes, great job, Oscar. Way to be a team player. Great job. And it's like you made this man be a team player. You could have had a shot,
I mean,
and
to
he
be
had a
fair though,
shot.
you can't blame McLaren for Oscar losing the championship. Like, there's one person you can blame, and it's Oscar for being a dog shit driver post Zandvoort and choking up like 60 points to Lando in the span of like 10 races. Um, so I'm not a Lando fan, but Oscar did not do himself any favors. Anyway, Big Ten championship, yay!
That was a
Um,
good game.
God, just an incredible game. Like, it was
That's
just
like you want to talk about like another peak college football game.
this like. Unless IU wins the national championship, this is going to be number one on my list. I don't care about the rules, the arbitrary rules that the two of us set last year, saying that we can't put games from our colleges unless they're like wild. Well, to be fair, the one game we put from both of our colleges was Bama, Georgia, which was like wildly regarded to be the best game from last year.
We
And
said
then
that was an
like
exception because it was like crazy.
maybe IU OSU is the exception because this was like just an incredible. It wasn't like insane the way that Bama Georgia was, but it was like it was a good game in the same vein of Notre Dame Penn State, which was a game that both of us were very. I think we both of us ranked that in our top three. Um,
I think so.
maybe we even put it like two or something like both of us
I
agreed
think
that
two
that
for
was
me
like
was I think we flopped one and two or swapped one and two. Like
was one
we've
for
had
you
the
Notre Dame
same.
Penn State
It
because
might
one
have
for me
been.
was definitely Georgia Bama.
Do I still have that? I don't know if I
The
still have
doc
that
definitely
doc.
exists some. Oh, it's just my. But anyway, like I would say that this is more akin to that than it is Alabama, Georgia. This was just the two best teams in the country playing an incredible football game against each other for 60 minutes. Like this
It
was,
was a really good game.
and
And
I
I would also like to say in a weekend of like two games that you thought were gonna be a good game ahead of like the matchup, but then actually was. So like IU and IU
IU
Jesus.
OSU.
Yep, there we
Bit of a tongue
go.
twister.
My God.
Yeah.
Why
IU
am I having
OSU
a
IU OSU.
stroke this episode? Anyways, hi. Anyways, heading into the weekend looked like a good game, ended up also just being a good game either way.
It looked like what happens when a number one team plays the number two team in the country. Like,
Yeah,
remember at the beginning of the year when we were talking about how annoying Ohio State Texas was? Like, the game just wasn't very fun and it was kind of like shitty and defensive. But this game was like good and defensive. Like, I don't know how to separate why I think like obviously I'm so biased when it comes to this game, but like
because you were there, which must have
objectively
been
looking
sick.
at it, this game was so much better to watch than Texas Ohio State. Like this felt like number one playing number two. Like I know going up to the game, everyone talked about how it didn't matter because both these teams were going to get first round buys regardless, and so OSU like wasn't going to put
Still a great game.
like OSU wasn't going to try as hard. The moment that this game started, all that went out the door. Like this was the most important game of the season the entire time it was played, um, and we
Well, because it's still
fucking
like the
won.
freaking conference championship. Yeah, you're in the playoffs, but the conference championship still like means something.
Winning the conference should be a like I I obviously grew up watching Alabama win the SEC. I think like 10 times in my life. And like each one of them is still like a top experience of my life. Like I just love watching my team win the conference because it's like it's old school. You like watching your team win the Big 10 or win the SEC. And so it's
Yeah, it
like
must be nice.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah, it's really fun.
you
I do
guys will
that
get
all
there in
the
like
time.
2050.
Yeah,
Freaking
I don't
knows.
know. I don't know.
Um but I I just nothing, like no words. This was like it was perfect. It was just the like I cannot believe it. Like I can't believe that they did it. Like I said I was very clear on this podcast. I was like, yeah, I think Ohio State's probably going to end up winning. But like I was just happy to be there. I was happy to like just have this moment. I told my friend who isn't like a massive football fan, and she said like she doesn't like go to a lot of football games, and so I told her I was like this anxiety that you're feeling and like this pressure and stuff like that is like 100% it's a privilege. Like being having it's a good stress. Like going to games like this, having your team be in a game like this, it's incredible. And then we won. And like I not think we are gonna win after the first half because the team was just I guess we can talk about the game now, just not executing. Like didn't get a touchdown off the interception, missed the 40-yard field goal with Radicic. Like drives that would normally be touchdowns were field goals. We threw that interception that led to the Carnell Tate touchdown. It's just seemed like a team that was there, like they deserved to be there, but just couldn't execute properly. And then the second half, that all went away. That drive, that 90-yard drive, the Charlie Becker, who has been our standout since Surratt went down injured in the Penn State game, has been incredible. He put another one on his docket with this game. Two of the biggest catches of the entire season for us here. Surratt was incredible. I know he only finished with 3 catches for 37, but that touchdown pretty much negates all of that. Um,
That missed field goal is like,
yeah, we'll
dang.
talk. The fielding field goal miss was it contributed to us winning, but give credit to our defense. This Ohio State offense was they just couldn't get separation. They had 4 trips to the red zone and 1 touchdown out of it. Like we held them to 50 yards rushing or something. It was the lowest amount of rushing yards Ohio State has had since 2011. Like this was every side of the ball played incredible. Mendoza's the Heisman. Like he got the Heisman
And
finalists have been revealed.
Julian Sayan's in there as well, right?
Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie. Sayan did not play very well. I know that he has more passing yards and more completions than Mendoza, but he just did not seem like a quarterback that could single-handedly pull him. Like Sayan has relied on high-end talent a lot this year because obviously he has the two best wide receivers in the country on his team, and I'm gonna say it, the best player in the whole country on his team because Jeremiah Smith is the best player in the whole country. Like if this was a just system, Jeremiah Smith would win the Heisman. But like I don't Sayan did not show an ability during this game to differentiate himself from Mendoza like at all. I thought Mendoza was a better quarterback. I thought he did better with what he was given. Don't get me wrong. I still think Ohio State's probably the national championship like favorite, but this was still an insane win for us to get.
And he does have good stats though. Like, don't push the man while he's down.
I'm not saying like he's a good system quarterback. But he's not gonna like he doesn't do anything like insane. Like, he doesn't do anything that I can't see Mendoza do. But Mendoza has significantly less talent than Sayan does. It's really easy to throw for 3,300 passing yards when you have two of the best wide receivers in the entire country, like 1,000 5 stars. And so it's like I mean he's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but his stats are a little misleading. And I think when Ohio State gets dragged into deep water, and this is the first time we've seen them get dragged into deep water. Did you know this was the first time Ohio State's trailed in the second half of a football game this entire year?
And they lost, which
And they
is
lost.
and
So
it's their also their first loss too. So
it is their first
that
it's
as
their first
well.
loss since Michigan last year, which ironically had the same score. But yeah, defense was incredible. The front four got pressure on Sayan almost every single time that they ran. Every time that Bryant Haynes dialed up bringing a linebacker in on pressure. He got to Sayan. Sayan had been sacked 6 times in 12 games before this, got sacked 5 times on Saturday night. Almost got sacked on Saturday night the same amount he's been sacked the whole year. Like this defensive front is an issue. And I think it's the reason why we're going to go so far in the playoffs is because this team doesn't have a weakness. Strong offense, strong defense, a pretty good special teams. Like all 3 phases, this team executes, and that was on full display on Saturday night. Greatest game of my life. I can't actually believe that they won. Um, And yeah, I'm excited to see them in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. That's gonna be a dream come true.
That'll be
Um,
sick.
and I think no matter who
Will
they
you want
play,
to go to the parade?
yeah,
Oh my
definitely.
Okay, cool.
gosh.
You better.
You have
I'll
to.
watch the cool marching bands
Do you have
Yay.
friends in the band?
at IU.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
He's
separated from
distanced
band.
himself from my
Yeah,
life.
okay,
I
got
don't have like
it.
any
Wait.
friends that do music anymore
Oh,
that
okay,
are
sorry.
here.
So we're just like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say, damn.
how was the Ohio State band in person?
Um, Not as good as the Marching Hundred.
Oh no?
I
Well,
mean
What
those,
they're
band
good.
is called?
No, they are good. I use bands called the Marching
what'd you
Hundred.
say?
I did not know that.
Oh, I thought you were
We
talking about
actually
Alabama's band.
we booed Alabama's the $1 million band.
Yeah, yes, not 100. Yep,
I
they're really
mean,
good too.
yeah, OSU's band was good, but the place where I was sitting, it was kind of hard to hear them during their shows. So like I couldn't really hear
Oh,
IU or Ohio State very well from where I was sitting. Like I was
It's
sitting in
fair.
good seats. I was in the 200 section, but I was like kind of under. I was under an awning. So sound was real weird
Oh,
for me when people were playing on the field. Like I could hear the IU band perfectly because they were right in front of where I was sitting. But when they
mhm.
were on the field, I mean, they're good. Like, yeah, they're world renowned. They're really good. They're like, yeah, whatever. But I mean, we booed the shit out of them when they came on the field, though. The I like all
Are you
pretty
why?
one
much.
of those fans?
Like,
I
why do
wasn't
people boo
booing
the
them
band?
because we were just booing everything Ohio State related. It was nothing personal.
But like,
Anytime they
it
mentioned
never,
Ohio
It's like
State,
legitimately.
this
I done this rant on this podcast because I do it
no,
it
you
doesn't
have
daily
make any
not.
sense.
about
No, I
how
agree.
legitimately it cracks me up, when I'm in the band that's being booed, but it
Yeah.
just legitimately makes zero sense to me because like there are people like man screaming at us in
Mm-hmm.
Missouri going, "Play your fucking songs now," drunk as hell. And I'm like, Sir, I have no respect for you. And also, what do you want me to do? That's literally why I'm here. It is my job. I get a scholarship for this. Yes, I'm gonna play my songs.
I'm
What difference
gonna
does it make for you?
Bro,
put.
the
I have
amount of trash talk
no,
at
yeah.
Alabama last year, crazy. What did I do to you?
I'm just gonna
Truly.
say
I'm just in the band. I play an
you.
Yeah,
I
like
instrument.
I
let
was
I
me
just in the
don't do
band,
anything.
please.
let me say this. It's never personal. At least with
I
with
know.
when
That's
we
why
do
I'm
it,
like,
it's
what's
not
the point?
because it's fun.
It is
Because
okay.
booing
To
I'm not
boo,
saying
because
it's personal,
booing
but it is
things
a little
is
dumb
fun.
this man to go out of his way to
That's
specifically.
ridiculous.
It's not even near
That's
us.
yes,
He's
I
over a
agree.
tunnel. He's in a different section over a tunnel, and these people went out of their way to specifically
Yeah,
talk to us
you're not going to
over and
hear
it
over.
makes
And I
no
me
was like, can we
sense.
not?
you're not going to hear me disagree with that. But
Well,
what I will say is like if it's just like if they don't go any further and they're just booing, that's never personal. It's I think that's just college football fans being college football fans. And that I
we're
don't
gonna
have an
go
issue with.
mine.
When people start like fucking with the band by like saying shit to them and just like being asshole. Like our student section in high school. Hey, remember when we made the news, Riley, because
Oh
our
yeah.
fan
Do you know what's
our whole
crazy actually? Do you know what's crazy is there's a
What?
guy in my section who went to that school, and I
were they
was like,
on was
"Oh,
he
you're from
on the team
Atlanta,
when that
really? That's
happened?
crazy." What?
Were they on the band when that happened?
Yeah, yeah, because he's a freshman now, and he literally I was like, "Oh, like you're from Atlanta? Where are you? Like, what school did you go to?" He was like, "I went to Wesleyan." I was like,
Wait, no, we did it to Flowery
"Oh,
Branch, not Wesleyan.
no, we did to Wesleyan too."
Well, Flowery Branch was the one that made the news. I
Flowery
vividly
Branch was
remember
the one
that.
where they spit on them.
Yeah. So okay. So
What?
band lore during our
Hello?
senior year of high school.
It's
Yes.
Yeah, senior
crazy.
year of high school. Um, our students we play Flowery Branch, and it was like the first game of the year. So obviously student section's hyped. Like everyone's drunk as hell, but like we're having a blast. Turns out our student section was like plucking the plumes off of their hats, like spitting on the color guard, like
Body
being
shaming color guard. They
body
spit on
shaming color
everybody in the
That's
guard
band, but they
people.
body shame
crazy.
the
And
color
so
guard.
Riley and I were section leaders, which I think is public knowledge.
I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't.
Riley and I are both like we're both like higher ups in the band. Our band director calls all the section leaders down, color guard and band, and fucking rips into us for like 5 minutes. He's like, "You have to go over there and apologize now." And we were like,
Which truly was not our fault.
But y'all didn't even
yeah."
do anything.
To be fair, we should have apologized, but he didn't need to like rip into us for it because it wasn't really our fault. And then So we go over, we apologize to the Flowery Branch Band. I'm walking back and talking to
Well, and that's
Riley,
when I
and
heard
I was
about how
like,
much worse it
I went back
was
and talked to
talking to the
Riley,
Flowery Branch Band.
and I was talking to Riley, we're walking back. I was like, that might be the most humiliating thing I've done in my whole life. Like that was a top 10
Well,
humiliating
because let
experience.
me paint a scene for y'all. Is the fact that we didn't even go up in their stands, is it's like the group of us high school section leaders, and it's like looking
Speaking
up
up to them
at
like
them
this, like,
from
oh, we're so
below
sorry.
and going,
We're so sorry our student
"Hello, we're
section. We're so sorry
sorry."
our student section
Wait,
did
why
this.
didn't your band director go? I feel
I
like that
don't
would make more
know.
I
sense as
guess
the
I don't
adult.
Dog,
know.
dog.
That's so
He did
strange.
a
Also,
lot of things that I cannot explain.
okay. Also,
We
like
can't talk about it on
at my
here.
high school, like there wasn't really that many like travel band, and if there was a travel band, like they were like so far, like even not even close to our student section, our band, like this would have
Did y'all?
never been able to happen.
Oh wait,
And we didn't
perception on a
travel.
band is diff. Okay, so y'all didn't like, because what would happen is we would have the away team band would perform.
Oh no, that never
Yeah.
happened. Like
So
if
they
there
were
even
like,
was an away team band, they just they just sat
yeah.
up
No,
in the.
they performed, and so they were on the
Oh,
sideline,
got it. That makes
like
more
close to
sense.
the student section, which is why they
Yeah,
got like, yeah. Fun fact,
yeah,
yeah, our
that's a
high school
lot.
was fun. I mean,
That's mean.
it
Yeah,
like,
that never happened at our high
yeah.
school.
And then so Wesleyan was also an issue, like, because that was a rivalry game, and so they started
Yeah.
chanting.
Daddy's
Wesleyan is a
money.
private school, and so they started chanting "Daddy's money."
Which is a good thing to
Um,
chant at a private school if you're not
It
Decatur
is.
Public High School, which,
Okay.
if we're going to be honest with ourselves,
Yeah.
Decatur, I love it. I've lived there for 12 years of my 11 years of my life. A little daddy's money, if I'm being honest.
yeah.
It's one of the
I
nicer
was like,
parts of
you can
Atlanta.
chant that all you want, but it doesn't. Come on,
But
guys.
also, it's a little
Yeah,
hypocritical,
have
maybe.
a little bit of perspective.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's
let's
crazy. I feel
talk.
like we didn't take it that seriously, but
Let's talk about the
No.
rankings. The playoff has been created. We'll go through 1 through 12, give our thoughts. So number 1, IU, makes sense.
yeah.
We beat the
Makes
number 1
perfect
team.
sense.
Ohio State gets put in at number 2, and that was the first kind of like weird thing the committee did, because we'll just full disclosure, the committee was smoking like crack when they were doing this rankings.
Hey,
I
but they also made really good decisions.
Allegedly.
allegedly smoking crack. Um, I don't agree with a lot of what they did here. Chief of that being having Ohio State at 2. Like, I get it. I get it. They lost. I think that also pretty much means that they would have only dropped IU 1 spot if we lost to Ohio State. Um, I think you should have put Georgia 2. Looking at the way that Georgia played against Alabama, the way that Georgia's rounded out form at the end of the year, I would have done IU, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas Tech. But at
Well,
the
you
end of the
did say
day,
Georgia, you did say Alabama didn't play like the way that they had been the rest of the season.
yeah,
So,
but Georgia, like, but that's not to take away from Georgia. They played incredibly well, dominated both sides of the ball. They definitely, like, they are probably the third best team in the country. But for the rankings purposes, I probably would have put them at 2. The thing with like 2 and 3 in the college football playoffs, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, I
Well, I
don't
was
think,
also gonna say we are operating under the assumption that the conference championships aren't supposed to hurt you that much, which is
yeah, which
why
I
they're
think they
probably
they
only down
confirmed.
one.
They confirmed
Yeah,
by the Alabama placement. Number
which
5,
you are
Oregon.
even like,
Number 5, Oregon. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 7, Texas A&M. Number 8, Oklahoma. We said going into this week, 1 through 8 was pretty much the exact same. 5 through 8 wasn't going to change either. So all that made sense. Then things got a little funky. Number 9 comes up, and it's Alabama. And everyone kind of goes, what the fuck? Because this was like, people thought that there was a good chance Bama got knocked out of the playoffs. Literally
yeah.
every ESPN person said, as long as Bama doesn't get killed, they're making the playoffs. If they do get killed, I see them dropping them and adding Notre Dame and Miami both in. What does Bama do? Get systematically obliterated by Georgia for 60 minutes in the SEC championship game, and looks like they don't belong to be on the same field as these contenders. So the committee doesn't drop them at all, which is kind of insane. Um, I'm going to be honest. This Alabama team doesn't deserve to make the playoffs. They are not a better team than Miami. They are not a better team than
I
Notre
was
Dame.
literally about to ask you that. I was like, okay, I was gonna wait to see what you said, and maybe I was gonna be like,
Yeah. This
Because you're
team is
Alabama. Because I
not
feel like
good.
if it's for like any team that we hated, we'd be like, or like weren't like at all like any type of fan of, would be like,
If this
why
was
the fuck
Notre
are they
Dame,
here?
yeah, if this was Notre Dame, I think that's the equivalent to Bama.
Good God, we're
Um,
not even to
but
it.
like I don't know. Like I don't think they deserve to make the playoffs. I think they're probably going to end up beating. They might end up beating Oklahoma because like
If
teams
they lose to
don't.
Oklahoma a third time, I'd be like, okay, what is
That
it
would be
about
If
crazy.
Oklahoma?
they lose to Oklahoma again, it'd be a second straight 4-loss season
Where are they playing?
at
Oklahoma?
Oklahoma. Yep, again.
Okay.
Um, so whatever that happens,
Interesting.
and then so that happens, and everyone's like, okay, Notre Dame, because like to this point, Notre Dame's been ranked in the playoffs since
They're
the
just letting
inception of
anybody
these
in.
rankings. 5 weeks ago, Notre Dame was in the playoffs. 5 weeks now, Notre Dame's still in the playoffs. Whatever. Like, let's get this over with, and then let's get like Tulane in 12th, James Madison and Tulane in 11, James Madison in 12th. And what the fuck do you mean they put Miami in 10th? And then single-handedly, the internet exploded, and so did college football.
And just
As
watching them pick two group of five teams for the last two spots, on top of not picking Notre Dame as number 10, was
so,
freaking hilarious.
so let's
It
get
was
this out
very
of the way.
funny.
Let's get this out of the way. Notre Dame's a better team than Miami. Like they just are. Like you can't watch both these two teams play and say that Notre Dame's better. But technically, by the rules that the playoff committee doesn't follow, Miami has a head-to-head win over Notre Dame. My question is, if this was always the end goal, why the hell is Notre Dame been ahead of Miami since like week 10? Like literally a month and
Because
a half
Miami,
ago.
we've been talking about it too. About like Miami fans are probably like, oh, we have the head to head. Like, why are we not ranked above them? Well, you got what you wanted in the
Did we
end.
Yeah.
not? Did we not, when the first rankings come out, say that they're gonna switch this at the end and it's gonna be like
I
chaotic?
think we did. Was it when we
Because
talked about like with your dad about like why do we like Notre Dame sometimes?
yeah,
Like,
okay,
ugh,
because God, this is so stupid. So because the playoff committee doesn't follow their own rules.
no, never.
We have had this set of rules. I don't know what the fix is. It's not going back to an algorithm like the BCS. I actually do know what the fix is. Get a whole new committee. These guys can't do their jobs right. And they haven't been able to do their jobs right. And we've been dealing with this same shit since the 14 playoff. Like I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm like, I don't feel bad for Notre Dame, but like they should have been in the playoffs over Miami. They're a better team,
Yeah.
but this wouldn't have mattered if Miami had just been ahead of Notre Dame in the first playoff rankings, like everyone
And
thought
no
they
one would have
would
been
have
like
been.
upset. Oh, and that
No.
being said, we were talking about the Notre Dame tantrum. In
God, it's been
news,
ridiculous.
Notre Dame
Yeah,
is
it's been
not going to a
crazy.
bowl game this year.
And you know what the
They
most
just opted
ridiculous
out.
news? You know what the most ridiculous news to come out of this is?
Oh,
Notre Dame's AD, while throwing the biggest temper tantrum known to mankind and pretty much burning every bridge that they have with the ACC, leaked to the press that Notre Dame next year is going to get a spot in the playoffs if they are top 12. Like an auto bid. Notre Dame
interesting.
is locked into the playoffs next year if they are in the top 12. Which is ridiculous. A team has a
Already?
provision. No, apparently last year Notre Dame signed a provision that said that if they were in the top 12 starting in 2026, the playoff committee has to put them in. And the playoff committee signed it too. So next year, if Notre Dame's in the top 12, they're in the playoffs no matter what the fuck happens.
Why would the playoff committee sign?
Because they're stupid.
Yeah.
This is frustrating.
Yes. And
I
now,
want them to
Yeah,
be
that makes
13th.
no sense.
I want them to be 13th next
well, that's what I
year.
think is going to happen regardless. I think
They just will
regardless
never
of
rank
what,
them in the top 12.
yeah, I think that's what's going to
Yeah.
end up happening.
I
But
mean, Notre Dame just kind of bit themselves, like shot themselves in the foot with that one, just because like they're not gonna want to uphold that agreement, and so they're never
and you
being
know
in
what?
the
And
top
you know what's
12 ever
fun?
again.
You know what happened when Georgia and FSU both got snubbed out of their bowl game in the 14 playoff in the last year of it? They played the bowl game, and then Georgia came out with a point to prove. Like, you play the games ahead of you. I don't know, Notre Dame. Maybe join a conference and don't play a cupcake schedule full of nobodies, and then lose to the two. Notre Dame played 3 real teams this year and lost to 2 of them. Like, I'm
And one
sorry,
of them is
but
now in the playoffs.
Two of them are. Both the teams they lost to are in the playoffs. But like, you can't complain when half your schedule is against teams that don't have winning records or group of five service academies. Like, and Notre Dame's schedule next year is 10 times easier than it is this year. Like, Notre Dame's going to go undefeated during the regular season next year because they don't play anybody. And I think this was the first time the committee has ever like pretty much fully told Notre Dame to like shape up and get in a conference. Because if Notre Dame was in a conference, they're probably in the playoffs. Like,
Probably
this
because then you have like games of note to compare
yes, Notre
to
Dame's schedule.
anybody
Okay,
else.
hold on. Notre Dame's schedule this year. I'm just gonna go through it. You can tell me if I'm being too harsh on them by saying that they didn't play anyone or not. But here's what Notre Dame had, with except for the first week, 2 weeks, which was Miami and Texas A&M, who are both playoff teams. Okay, Purdue, who won 2 games, Arkansas, who won 2 games, Boise State, who won 8 games and is a group of five team, NC State, who won 7 games, USC, who's actually pretty good, Boston College, who won 2 games, Navy, who's a group of five team, Pitt, who's fine, but like lost, I think, 4 or 5 games this year, Syracuse, who won 3 games, and Stanford, who won 4 games. Like, what are we doing? Like, realistically, what are we doing with this scheduling? And it's not going to change
I mean,
because
they
they're
were
not going to
top
join a
10 in the
conference.
country. We're
It's
not
it's
gonna ever
ridiculous.
forget, never forget when they were ranked and they were 0-2 in week freaking
Yeah, that
4.
was crazy.
God,
But
it's
now they
so
didn't make the
stupid.
playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
This whole thing is
All of that
ridiculous. And it's going to
frustration
kill the
boils
bowl
down into
system.
Notre Dame not being in the playoffs.
Because there's been like 10 teams that have opted out of bowl games this year. And it's like, I love bowl games. And like, they're going to get systematically killed. The Birmingham Bowl is like, the Birmingham Bowl was in disarray this year because everyone that they were trying to get kept opting out or was going to other bowls because Notre Dame threw a hissy fit and went out of being in the Pop-Tarts Bowl against BYU. So now we get like things like the Birmingham Bowl, which is like 6-6 Georgia Southern against like 5-7 App State. Like,
Well, I
don't get
do
me
want to
wrong.
just point out that I have heard that the Pop Tarts are doubling the Pop Tarts this year.
Yeah, they
So
have.
that'll
I
be
am
very
excited
fun.
to see the Pop-Tarts.
We talked about that. That was the whole mouth heaven
Yeah.
thing.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yep.
Yup.
That they're just
They're just going with that now.
yep.
They are just
That's
going with they're
crazy.
just going with mouth heaven.
I mean, truly, like the Pop Tarts Bowl is just like them just having the time of their lives.
It's them
That
just
is a
being
Like I
like
don't
fever
even care
dream.
what teams
it's
are
literally
in
just
it.
them being
No.
like how much it's literally just them being like how much can we get away with?
How much
Like
can we
Who
get
was
away
it?
with? Like the Pop Tart that
BYU?
was just like
it's
freaking
BYU and
lifting
Georgia Tech.
itself out of the tin
Oh
foil.
my
Oh
God.
my god.
Where's the
I just
Pop-Tart Bowl? Is
realized
that in Florida?
Orlando.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the Camping World Stadium.
Should I go? When is that?
Yes, you should
Yes, you
go.
should.
Should I
It's New
go?
Year's Day, is it?
You
It's
Who
should
should I
December
go.
root
27th.
for? The
It's 2 days
Mormons?
after Christmas.
Root for the Mormons?
I
I
think
mean,
you
yeah,
should root
good.
for a good game.
I'll
Um
wear
Pick a Pop Tart
Carol.
flavor.
cheer for the Pop
But I
Tart.
hate Camping World. I hate Camping World.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But that would be so fun. Okay, yeah. Anyways.
I yeah, this is going to kill the bowl system, and it's all Notre Dame's fault because they threw a temper tantrum. This podcast is just we're just now a Notre Dame hate podcast. If the
Oh,
beginning of the
okay,
year
great.
didn't if the
Good
beginning
to
of the year
know.
didn't affirm that, the end of this year with the two of us just being frustrated about them every single week, and then this is the last nail
Yeah,
in the
I'm
coffin.
on board. I already hated Notre Dame for reasons. So,
There you go.
I just also
yeah,
realized
Win the
perfect.
they're gonna
hate.
be doing all that like Jesus sacrificial stuff with like the Mormons being there. We could have been doing all that Jesus sacrifice stuff and having the Mormons playing the Catholics, and it would have been perfect. But
Yeah,
Notre
that
Dame
would have been
ruined
really
good
fire.
things. Whatever.
Yeah, they always do.
What do you okay? What
Okay.
do you think BYU will do if they win the game and they go to mouth heaven?
Okay.
I don't think.
So,
I think they would opt.
sorry.
I don't think that's real.
I think it used to be real and now it might not be.
Also, did we talk
Also,
about the
Mormons
team
are real, by the
sprinkles
way.
swirls?
I never said Mormons weren't real. I just said that soaking isn't
You
real.
said at some point Mormons weren't real
That's not true.
because
I
you'd
would have
never
known if
met
I
a
I
said
don't
that.
Mormon.
think they're real. Okay, did we talk about the
Have you
team
met a
sprinkle,
Mormon?
team swirl in the Pop Tart Bowl?
Team swirl and team sprinkle.
What does
Yes.
that
I'm
mean?
saying I'm
So
Team
there are
Sprinkle.
6 Pop-Tarts this year, and there's two
Oh, let
teams.
me look them up.
Team Sprinkle or
I'm Team
Team
Sprinkle.
Swirl.
I'm Team Sprinkle.
I'm Team Sprinkle as well, looking at this lineup. You
Oh,
ready?
okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I was not thinking that. What is
Okay, ready?
happening?
This is Team
Yeah,
Sprinkle. Protein Slammin' Strawberry,
okay, they're
Frosted
losing me.
Cookies and Cream, Frosted Cherry, and then Team Swirl is Captain is Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough, and then Frosted Wild Berry and Frosted Hot Fudge Sundae.
Well, where's the s'mores? First of all, that's the best Pop-Tart flavor.
I had Pop-Tarts the
So
other day because I was given some.
I'm Team
I
S'mores.
don't know what flavor it was.
You don't know what flavor the Pop-Tart you ate
It was
was?
something chocolate. And then I panicked momentarily because I was like,
It
does Pop-Tart have peanut butter flavors? And I searched that up and I was like, oh God, they do. And then
does,
I
but
like broke
you would know.
open my Pop-Tart and it was not the peanut butter
Well,
one.
that's what you have to do anyways.
Can't you
No,
not eat
I
peanut
can.
butter, Riley?
No, that's the point.
Correct.
Oh, sorry. I
That's
zoned out.
that's why that's why
My
they were
bad.
Correct.
like
My bad, guys.
freaking
My bad.
out.
My bad.
That's
My
why they
bad.
were
My bad.
freaking out.
They
Anyway,
said,
No,
what?
I cannot pick a team because there's no s'mores on either team.
I'm picking solely based on cookies and cream, so Team
my
Oh,
Sprinkle.
favorite
Also,
Pop-Tart
their
is
captain is Buff.
strawberry.
that is. What about like protein slammin' strawberry? Have you had
So it's
that
a
one?
protein Pop-Tart and it's a strawberry Pop-Tart.
I will say the cherry one's cute because it has a little heart, and I do identify with that, and it's pink. But
So we're all Team Sprinkle.
mm,
The strawberry one is Buff, Nate.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I'm buff too.
okay, so he can be the strawberry one. You're the cookies and cream, and
Cookies and
I'm the
cream.
cherry one.
Perfect. Let's go
It's
Team
perfect.
Sprinkles. What are they even
Oh,
competing for? Um,
who gets eaten?
it says, okay,
Who
roll
goes to
call. Our
Mouth Heaven?
edible mascots have
Yeah, it's who goes to
officially
mouth heaven.
reported for duty. 6 flavors, 0 chill, infinite aura.
Oh,
We still have to predict
you
like
know,
Headed
40
to
games,
Mouth
by the way.
Heaven next. Huh?
no, that's fine. You know what would have been crazy though? Like, because if Notre Dame had gone, it would have been so cool because, or not cool, but like better because they don't have like a mascot that's like a suit. It's just a guy in like a green blazer who
Wait, so
just
are we
like
saying
Yes,
that they're
yells.
sending the guy in the green blazer to mouth heaven?
I guess.
But like
No, you're
I
sending the
feel like he
Pop-Tarts
would
to
have
heaven.
eaten one of the Pop Tarts. I feel
That
like
is
that would have
true.
been cool.
That would be cool.
But no,
Actually,
now we
I
have the
think they just
Mormons,
had
and
like
I
their
don't know what their
first girl
mascot
too.
is.
They have a
Who's first
cougar.
girl?
Notre Dame, their mascot. I think they had like their
Who
first
has?
girl.
Oh, Cougar. I see.
Anyway, um let's start picking bowl games because we have like 40 of
Okay.
Yes.
them to do.
If you
But let's start with
insist.
not a bowl game. Army Navy, M&T
Go
Bank
Navy.
Stadium. Um I don't care who wins this
I
game.
also
Navy.
don't care.
I'm gonna say
Navy.
Navy because I think I liked their uniforms more.
My grandpa was in the Navy. Go
This is
Navy.
also
I'll
this
pick
is also
Navy
going to
then.
be glorious triple option football. It's just going to be just the best football game, and it's going to be finished in 2 hours. So let's just go through.
Lovely.
We'll start. We'll just do normal bowl games first, and then we'll finish with the college football playoff, and we can give our nailed on predictions for who wins the championship. Now, so starting on next Saturday, we have 2 bowl games. Starting with the Cricket Celebration Bowl, which takes place in Atlanta. Which is
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
it's the winner of the MEAC versus the winner of the SWAC. Very
Okay.
fun football game every year. South Carolina State versus Prairie View A&M.
South
I
Carolina
am going
State
to
Of
beat them.
go
course, I
SC
gotta pick
State.
South Carolina State. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
obviously.
In the bucked up LA Bowl on 8 o'clock on
Bucked up.
ABC, we have Boise State versus Washington. I say Washington
I was
probably.
gonna say
I was gonna say
Boise.
Washington too, but I did
Cool.
not
Oh.
care about either of them.
And also we'll start in the bowls where they don't say the names. I can quiz both of you and ask where they are
Okay.
because I have
I
loved
have
doing
Oh,
the
this.
same book.
perfect.
In the
Oh, well then
IS4 in
stop
the
looking.
yeah, Riley. Do you know? Okay,
Look
Riley, you
away.
definitely know up. Okay. In the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl, Troy plays Jacksonville State. I'm gonna say Jacksonville State. Both
Isn't
these teams,
I was also
Jacksonville
gonna say
State?
Jacksonville State.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Jacksonville State's in Alabama. Fun fact.
Got you.
Like their
There's a lot
Um,
of
football team.
Jacksonvilles.
I'll skip that because Riley probably knows where that is. In the Staff DNA Cure Bowl, Old Dominion plays South Florida. This game is gonna be a
Staff
blast.
DNA cold.
by the way.
Or
I don't
Like,
know where that is.
Old Dominion and South Florida were like fringe group of 5 teams, so this is going to be a very fun football game.
yeah,
I have
I'm
USF.
going South Florida. Oh, cold.
Actually,
I
no,
was gonna go Old
because
Dominion.
USF's coach
Hey,
left. I'm
think
going to go Old
different. Don't
Dominion.
copy us.
I'm going to go Old Dominion.
You
And
just
where do you
swapped.
think I am? Because I thought about it and I forgot that USF coach is leaving. In the 68 Ventures Bowl, Louisville versus Delaware. Delaware,
I
newly promoted
do
FBS team.
not care.
Newly promoted.
Um,
I'm going to say Delaware.
Newly
I
promoted.
I don't care.
Cool.
So Louisville.
Me too.
You mean Louisiana?
Louisville.
You said
I said
Louisiana. You
Louisville.
Did I say
Louisville.
Louisville? Oh, I meant Louisiana.
I
Yeah.
swear.
And plus, I'm
Okay,
not
so
looking at it anymore, so I don't see where the teams are.
I'm gonna go Louisiana, I
All right,
guess.
I'm
I
going
guess
Delaware. My
Louisiana
cousin went
then.
to Delaware.
Oh, real.
In the Xbox Bowl, Missouri State plays Arkansas State.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. Anything that says Missouri, I'm really
Are you
not
quizzing us where
feeling.
these are, or can I look at it?
I
Okay,
don't
I can
know where
start. Yeah,
any
I'll
of
start
these
now.
places
Where do you
are.
think the
Okay.
Xbox Bowl is?
Can I get a state?
Texas.
Oh, God. It
Dallas.
could be anywhere. Is it in Houston?
So I'll give Jordan half a point because it's in Frisco, which is like technically Dallas. Wait, no, wait, hold
No,
on.
Let Nate do
Whatever.
I'm not good at
geography,
geography, especially Texas.
Geography used to be
I've
my
only been
thing,
once. Oh, it used to
but
be your thing?
No,
yeah, it
yeah.
did. I used to be
We
able
would
to name
sit in
every
Wow.
country in the world.
We would sit in
Whoa,
classes
okay.
and he would just like click on empty maps.
All
Oh, I
right.
love that. Um,
In the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Kennesaw State versus Western
hey,
Michigan.
I know where that is.
I'm going Kennesaw State. Hootie hoo.
Who do you?
Sure.
I'll do Kennesaw State too.
I'll
I
do
Cool.
hope
that
you
as
do.
well.
And then in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, Memphis versus NC
Ooh,
State.
wait,
I'm
I know
Shoot,
where
we
that
talked about where
is.
this
I'm
is
going
from.
That's
Memphis.
in Gasparilla Bowl, Tampa.
Yes.
I was
Boom.
gonna be like, it's in Florida.
I'm going
Yeah, I knew it
Memphis.
was in Florida. I forgot who you said, Memphis or
NC State.
oh,
NC
NC State.
We have a viewer that consistently comments about NC State.
Well, okay.
Really?
For him.
He's
I
so
don't
that
know
guy.
him.
For
That guy's
that
gonna end up.
viewer.
That guy's gonna end up being my roommate next year. He
Oh
is
my gosh.
probably the biggest NC State fan I've ever met ever.
Yeah. I don't know him,
Um,
but
Wait,
I get it
but he
like
goes to Iowa.
notifications.
What am I saying?
He goes
yeah,
to
Indiana?
Iowa.
I go to
He
Iowa.
goes to Iowa?
I'm a
Wait a
diehard
minute.
Alabama fan who went to Indiana.
Yeah, and all of this seems suspicious to me
Washington
personally.
State
Whoa.
versus Utah State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. The winner of this game gets a bunch of
Is
French
that in
fries dumped on
Idaho?
them. It is. I'm going
That's crazy.
Utah State.
Mm, Washington State. But I don't really care.
5,
Because I like their
4.
logo of the like. I said Washington.
Oh, my bad. For some reason, everything just got real quiet for me, so that's fine.
Oh,
Um,
Nate always votes for the Mormons.
Utah State aren't Mormons.
It's in Utah.
That
A
doesn't
lot
mean
of
they're all
Mormons probably
Mormons.
go there.
Utah
lot
State
of
does
them
have
And a
probably
lot of
go
Christians
there.
go to Indiana. That doesn't make us a Christian school.
No, but that's just like the
No,
bulk.
but that's just
Anyway, Toledo versus Louisville in the Bushes Boca Raton Bowl.
Wonder where that is.
Louisville.
Yeah,
Yes,
probably
Louisville.
Louisville.
Sorry, Louisville.
Western. No, I think it
I
is
say
Louisville.
Louisville.
I just like saying Louisville because it makes people who are actually from Louisville upset.
Louisville.
Western
Louis-
Kentucky versus Southern Miss in the New Orleans Bowl.
Southern Miss.
Oh, I was gonna go Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky.
Dang.
UNLV versus Ohio in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
UNLV.
UNLV.
I was gonna go Ohio, so I don't know.
Cal versus Hawaii in the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl.
Hawaii,
Cal.
but they're in
Probably
Hawaii.
Cal. I mean,
In
yeah,
the
they do
game
have
above Sports Bowl, Central Michigan versus Northwestern.
Northwest.
Northwestern.
Probably Northwestern, if I'm being honest. It's just called the Rate Bowl. New Mexico versus Minnesota. Give me the Gophers.
I was gonna say the Gophers are fun.
Sure, yeah. Works for me.
In the Serve Pro First Responder Bowl, FIU versus UTSA.
FIU.
FIU, they're
Yeah.
backed by Pitbull.
FIU. Okay. Oh, and I like okay. I'm down now.
In the Go Bowling Military Bowl, Pittsburgh versus East Carolina.
Good name.
East Carolina.
East Carolina. In the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl, Penn State versus Clemson.
Penn State.
Penn State by 90.
And that's saying something because I friggin' hate Penn State, but
Why do you hate Penn State?
Because they had a scandal.
What'd they do to you? Oh.
It's a bad scandal.
I'm gonna go with
Okay,
Clemson.
fair enough. Ew.
UConn
Of
in the
course
Wasabi Fenway Bowl, UConn versus Army. Give me UConn.
Oh yeah, UConn.
Sure,
You know,
UConn.
Paige Beckers, let's see how she plays football.
In the Pop-Tarts
Honestly,
Bowl,
I bet she could play pretty
She
well.
probably could.
she would probably. I think she's probably a little small for football.
She
Most
could be a
most
wide
basketball
receiver.
players.
She could totally be a wide receiver.
Probably.
How tall
Yeah,
is
she could. I think she's like.
I don't know.
I think she's like 5'10",
5,
6.
10?
There's no way she's.
I thought
5.
she'd be like at least 6, but
I always get like geeked out because guards are like small.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Anyway,
isn't crazy? Okay.
Georgia
6
Tech
feet
versus
tall.
BYU in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
A BYU.
I'll go BYU.
Yep. He always votes for the Mormons.
In the okay, fine, Georgia Tech. In the
Oh,
Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, it's Miami of
Oh, I
Ohio,
need
Miami,
to go
Ohio
to
versus Fresno State.
Fresno because their mascot
Fresno.
is actually a dog, and it's the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
I would love to go. So Snoop Dogg's gonna be there, and he's just gonna be doing what?
Smoking weed, probably.
Vibing.
In the Isleta,
I'm so hyped.
in the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl, North Texas versus San Diego State. North Texas.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
North
pause.
Texas.
We moved on from Snoop Dogg Bowl too fast, in my opinion. But do you
In the
think there's,
Tax Slayer game.
Damn.
That's in Jacksonville.
It is.
I got
You didn't
that.
even let me finish. In the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl, UVA versus Missouri.
Missouri.
Boo.
Missouri.
Ew. UVA. I do not root on Missouri for anything.
I'm not rooting. It's just
in
I hope they
they'd
lose.
probably win.
In the Kinder's Texas Bowl, LSU versus Houston.
Houston. Because I don't like
Houston.
LSU.
I don't like those.
In the J Lab Birmingham Bowl,
Also,
I think
want
it's
Lane Kiffin to lose.
same.
Fair.
I think they called this it is a rivalry game. Georgia Southern versus App State.
App State.
I think the
Okay.
rivalry name for this is More Than Hate or something like that.
Cool.
I'm gonna go App State.
I'm
Yeah.
going Southern.
My like slight allegiances to Georgia State influenced that decision. In the Radiance Technologies
Wait, didn't you
Independence
say
Bowl,
App State?
yeah, I know, yeah, but Georgia Southern is Georgia State's biggest rival, so that's why I'm picking against Georgia Southern.
Got you.
Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl, which is always the bowl that everyone wants to go to the least because it's in Shreveport, Louisiana. Coastal Carolina versus Louisiana Tech.
Coastal.
Well, Coastal, obviously.
Coastal. In the Liberty Mutual Music City Bowl, Tennessee versus Illinois. Give me Illinois.
Tennessee. I
Pick 'em
can't.
though.
After last year, I can't pick Illinois.
In the Valero Alamo Bowl, USC versus TCU.
TCU.
USC.
We might be hiring our new offensive
I
coordinator.
saw
from
that. I saw
I'm
that.
gonna
That's
go
crazy.
USC.
I'm doing USC as well.
In the ReliaQuest Bowl, Iowa versus Vanderbilt.
there. Vandy.
Vandy. I know where that is. I just can't think of it. Is that in Florida too?
ReliaQuest, yeah, it's in Tampa.
You said it too
Ugh.
already. Where it is? Oh,
Yeah.
In the Tony the
I guess
Tiger
not.
Sun Bowl, Arizona State versus Duke.
Duke.
Arizona State. In the Cheez-Its Citrus Bowl,
Devils versus Devils.
Dukes
That's the
versus
Sun Devils
Devils.
versus the Blue Devils.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that
they
is Blue
are.
Devils.
They are the Blue Devils.
In the Cheez-It Citrus
Scary
Bowl,
mascot.
Michigan versus Texas.
Texas. All the way.
Texas. Yep, Texas.
Finally.
SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, Nebraska versus Utah. We go Utah.
Nebraska.
I'm gonna go Utah. See, you're not proving me wrong.
Dylan Raiola's injured. I can't pick the team that has like lost their quarterback and like all their players.
That's fair. Utah.
That's fair.
Lockheed
But that would
Lockheed
still be
Martin
great.
Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, Rice versus Texas State.
I do not
Rice.
care.
Give me
Rice.
Rice. AutoZone Liberty Bowl, Navy versus Cincinnati.
Navy.
Navy.
Sure, the Navy.
In the Trust and Will Holiday Bowl, Arizona versus
Ooh.
SMU.
Okay.
SMU.
Arizona.
Did you skip the Mayo Bowl?
No, the Mayo Bowl's last on my page.
Oh, it's before the Trust and Will for mine.
Oh. And then finally, the Duke's Mayo Bowl, Wake Forest versus Mississippi State. Wake
Wake
Forest.
Forest.
Makes sense.
Obviously.
All right, playoffs. Let's predict those. Playoff first round kicks off Friday night with Alabama versus Oklahoma. I'm going to say
I do think
Alabama
Alabama's gonna win.
because it's really hard to beat the same team twice in 1 year in college football. No matter how much I think that Alabama doesn't deserve to be in this game.
What about Georgia, Texas?
That was an exception to the rule. I'm saying Bama
Okay.
though.
I picked
I might.
Bama.
This is in no way offense to you, Nathan, but I might say Oklahoma,
I
honestly.
mean, they're a better football team than Alabama. I wouldn't blame you. Saturday at 12 for some reason instead of being the nightcap game. Miami at Texas A&M. Interesting game. Texas A&M coming off of like their first game against a real opponent in like ages and got like kind of bitch slapped. Miami has not looked incredible in the last few weeks. So all that being said, Texas A&M.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm
I'm also going A&M.
agree.
In a
Yeah.
rematch, in a week one, I think rematch.
I think so.
Tulane plays Ole Miss. Obviously, Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin. Pete Golding is the interim head coach. However, I don't think that's going to impact anything. I think Ole Miss wins similarly big as they won in the first series,
I
first
also think
meeting.
it'd be such a. I mean, I don't think they'll make it super far because I feel like Georgia's gonna win if they like go on to the second round. I feel like Georgia would win in that matchup, but I think it would be so freaking hilarious if they like went really far in the playoffs without Lane
Yeah,
after
after
one.
Lane Kiffin.
Especially since he was like, the players want me to coach, and then we're like, no, they don't, no, we didn't. We'll just make it to the
We
playoffs without
actually
you.
don't like you. Yeah.
We
Crazy.
could do it ourselves.
And then the nightcap game, which is like, there's just so much hate in the 3 games before this. But like, so far, what I've read online, the most civil playoff game that's ever existed, James Madison at Oregon. I think there's a lot of James Madison fans just happy that they're there and like asking for bar recommendations, and Oregon fans being like, "Oh my God, we can't wait to welcome you to Eugene. Here are our favorite bars."
Watch
That being
Oregon get like upset, and
that
they're
being
like,
said,
"This
Oregon
is
by 50.
cool."
Yeah, I also
We
agree with the Oregon. Oh
And
my
then
God.
we don't have to predict the rest of it. I think we should all just go around and say what our national champion is going to be. Riley,
probably Indiana. I'm not even gonna lie.
Jordan.
That's just yeah.
I don't know. I wanna I don't want to pick Indiana because I feel like it's gonna be hell if Indiana wins due to your behavior and attitude.
I was
Um
so
and
humble this week.
I was so humble this week. I literally cried.
That
That's
is
co-
some
what?
sort of
No, I'm
humble. That's
proud of
not
them
How
letting
is
though.
anyone
that?
down.
How is that not?
No,
How is
you're
that
so
not
right.
being?
But
I
if
was
you
like,
win the, but okay, but literally, okay, be honest though. If last year y'all were like underrated and da 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 da, which is true, then coming this year and you win the national championship, you're telling me you're not going to go on a rant about that.
I'm not gonna go on a rant. I'm just gonna be really happy.
I don't know. Realistically, probably Indiana, but also I just like Oregon. Just like I like them.
It's
Fair
fair.
enough.
I like Oregon.
I don't know if they can play each other because I need to look at the actual like,
Yeah, they would play each other in the semifinals, IU and Oregon.
Yeah, they
oh,
would.
okay. Well,
What
I
do you
like
think the
Oregon, but
matchup is gonna be?
I think it's gonna be
For
us. I think we're winning the Rose Bowl
wait,
no
I need to
matter who
look.
makes the Rose Bowl. I think we probably beat Texas Tech. Oregon would be a little more iffy, obviously, because playing both. I think the national championship is gonna be IU OSU again,
That's what I was
That would
thinking.
be crazy. But I feel like
and
that would be too predictable.
probably. But college football is a very predictable sport, so
Well, not always.
Sometimes. Yeah, I was about
um,
to say, like, you. You would have thought Notre Dame would have made the playoffs, but
Yeah, and then Duke beat frickin' UVA last week, so what the
I
hell?
predicted that to happen.
Yeah, but still, we're joking
Give
about it.
me give me the who Hoosiers. And I'm
Really?
not
I'll
even
say.
being biased. I think we're the best team in the country.
I mean,
And
yeah, it would
and
not
also
surprise
I
me. You
just
are
want
the
to
number
say
one seed.
my Alabama
Oh,
prediction from the preseason is still technically alive.
didn't you say you were winning
Technically.
the Natty though?
Yeah. I said Bama my natty prediction from the beginning of the year is still technically alive because I said Alabama.
True. But you don't want it to be
Riley, who did you
alive.
pick? Riley,
I
who
picked
did you pick
Indiana.
for the Natty?
I said Indiana. Oh, at the beginning of the year?
What? The
Oh, at the
beginning of the
beginning
year,
of
though.
you said
At the
Ohio
beginning of the year, I
State.
said
I
Ohio State.
forget. Oh, okay. So
So
yours
that's
is
still very much
predictions
alive as
alive too.
well.
Yeah.
I always, in my heart and in my mind, said Texas, and
That did
as
not
long
go
as I
very
don't
well.
watch the game or pay attention, it happened.
There's a wild card little game, and it's Texas.
It's gonna be like WWE. The championship game is gonna be it's like IU Ohio State in Miami. Then before the game starts, they're gonna like cut to backstage and like Arch Manning and his gang of merry men have like taken out has taken out all the Ohio State players, like thrown them
Yup.
into
I was gonna say,
lockers. They take
yeah.
Ohio State's spot in the
Yup.
national
Julian Saint's
championship,
like unconscious, and they're like, "What
Beat
happened?"
Indiana, and then they win
Yup.
the national
Yup.
championship.
And then I'm also there, by the way. I'm there. But I think they're wearing Ohio State's uniform, but like
No,
it's
they
Arch
just
They're
Manning.
no, they just take
disguised.
they
No.
take the field in Texas uniforms. They're like
Oh,
we knocked out all the Ohio State players because Arch Manning deserved
They
to win the
can't
Heisman.
play.
no, for real. And then he wins the Heisman.
They
And then we can say
retroactively
Arch
take the Heisman away
Manning.
from Mendoza and then
Yup.
give it to Arch Manning.
Yup.
Because the Heisman I think is
Just
Yup.
decided
due
like next
to winning
Saturday
the
or
national
something.
championship.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're
Well,
waiting to see what Arch Manning does.
yeah, they're waiting to see if he's still a contender. He could win it next year.
He could.
He
He
could.
won't, but he could. Um,
Never know. You never know.
you never know.
True.
Well, that was a lot of football, but it was a lot of good football,
Mm-hmm.
with the exception of
True.
the ACC championship
Yes.
game, which was just
Yeah,
objectively
that was
but
horrible.
bad but good football.
Yeah.
Good. It's like it's not good if you're in the ACC, but
It's good for
we're
everyone
But
not.
else.
So
It's one of those it's so bad. It's like watching a bad movie. Like one of my
yes,
favorite
like
one
a
of my
Hallmark movie.
yes. One of my
That
favorite
the
movies.
Yes.
ACC is such a good Hallmark movie.
Yes.
One of
And
my dad's favorite movies of all time is Con Air, which is just an objectively bad movie, but it's so good that it's because it's so bad, it's so good. That's what the ACC. The ACC is Con Air.
So it's like
sure.
we
And
watched
we
Kung
didn't
Fu
have to see
Hustle.
Clemson.
That's so true. Beautiful. We watched Kung Fu Hustle, which is another movie that's like
Oh, but that
truly
movie's not
on
bad.
crack.
That movie's just good.
On crack.
It is
It's
on
just
crack.
unhinged.
Have I
It's
told
like
you
an
yet that my
unhinged
dad was
movie.
like scared about showing that to you because he thought that you would think poorly of him because he liked that movie?
Was he really?
Yes.
That movie was
That's
freaking
crazy.
hilarious.
That movie's so good.
It's so funny.
Only
The
like
Axe Hat
slightly
gang.
homophobic, only slightly racist, only slightly sexist. Like it's
Hey, it's
Hello?
okay.
it is okay.
It's,
It's a
it's okay. It's crazy.
Jordan, we got to show you. It's a perfect movie.
Okay.
It
There's
really
literally
is. It's
nothing
so
wrong with
good.
it. It
Is that
has
what
the
they're
Okay.
best
what is
love
their game?
story in like any movie ever.
Oh,
Oh, it's
is that
beautiful.
true? I
It's
do like
beautiful.
romance.
Riley called it
Okay.
beautiful.
Well, I'm in Georgia next week, so
Yeah, that's
Ah,
the
you know
Axe
what I
gang
am
and the
not in?
Crocodile gang.
I am
you're
not
not
in
in
Georgia
Georgia?
next week. No,
You're in
I don't go
Indiana
back.
next
I don't
week
go back for
still?
another week and a half. I leave on
What
the
the
18th.
heck? Why? You're never in Georgia when I'm in Georgia.
Well,
Mm.
it's because I hate you.
That's
It's
what
because I'm
it
trying to
sounds
actively
like.
avoid you.
Yeah,
The only
that
reason
makes
we met up
sense.
in Orlando was so I could dap Riley up.
Damn, I thought y'all liked
Just
each other.
kidding.
Guys, this might be a problem.
No,
Oh, Jordan
no,
is my
we're
girlfriend, for
enemies.
context. I don't know if we said that.
Huh?
I
I actually
am.
don't know if we ever actually said that
No,
Jordan
I
was
don't
I
think
wasn't
I
also
said
there.
like
that.
introduced.
Well, no, I think
You
we
just
would
said
have said
I
that
think
Jordan was there if Jordan wasn't coming on in the final week, but we were still trying to keep it a secret, so we didn't mention it.
Jordan is my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
For the 3 people who will see this.
Hey, we get at least 10 views per
Hey.
video.
Yeah.
This is
Don't
Yep.
say
true.
that.
Jordan is
The
indeed Riley's
comments.
girlfriend.
I love Nate's friends' comments.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they
They're
comment like
so
Shout
funny.
out,
They're
shout
so
out,
funny.
shout out
The
Gavin and Austin, who
the freaking
I
language
sit
is
with in my
crazy.
class.
they
They
comment
chat
It's so
GPT
novels.
every
funny.
single one of those comments.
They did you just say they chat GPT on?
Yes.
That did
That's
I
you?
so
think I
funny.
think they have handwritten maybe 3 of like the 50 comments that they've left on these videos.
Honestly,
Because it's so many.
kings.
Anyway,
Oh, they
Supportive
haven't commented
kings.
on the rivalry week though. Hashtag fake fans. Just kidding.
hashtag fake.
Ooh. It's because I
Um,
wasn't there.
The comments
um,
on this video, I'd be like, "Wow, I can't believe you finally got this guest on. Can't wait. I've
That
waited
you've been
years.
talking
I
to.
know.
I've waited
Talking
years.
about.
We've waited years. We've
Yours
waited
is
years to
crazy.
get Riley to have a significant other to put on this podcast.
Dang,
I'm
that's
That
sorry.
was
I'm
mean.
that
That
was
sorry. I'm
was
sorry.
uncalled for,
mean.
I'm sorry.
Nathan.
I'm sorry. I'm
I'll
very happy
full
that you're in
name
a
you.
relationship.
Thanks. Hey, I
Um,
thought y'all liked each other until you decided to say that you don't.
no, it's
But
all chill.
No, we
it's
do.
all chill.
Don't
It's all
worry.
chill. No,
Even
because I'll be
if
on like Jordan will be like Nate snapping me. I'm like, I've been on delivered for like hours
that
now.
happened
But
once.
I'm getting
Also,
bad on snapping.
Jordan leaves me undelivered for
I've been
days
getting
at a
so
time.
bad because I only snap like 3 people to keep my streaks and then I just don't. It's mostly because I'm in secret backstage areas of my job and I can't take pictures.
She's a
Yeah, don't do that.
superhero.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I'm
She
a
is Mickey
superhero.
Mouse.
I am a princess. No, I am Mickey Mouse. I'm not short enough to be Mickey Mouse, I don't think.
You have to height
Do you have to be a
requirement.
certain
I did learn
short,
that
You
I
have
have
to
a
be
height
really
requirement to be
short.
cocky.
like a little person?
No.
No, not that short.
I
You could,
learned
are you cocky?
Yeah, I'm cocky.
I learned that you have to be over 5'10" to be Hoosier the Bison.
Really?
Is he
Yes.
scary? Wait, where'd
You
my
have to be
phone go? I need to
relatively
No,
look
I
him up.
short
love
to be
him.
cocky.
He gives me head pats when he sees me.
Aw,
Cuz
Indiana mascot.
I think he actually whoever is in there I think knows who I am potentially
Ooh,
because
Nathan, this is scary.
he's not
Wait, what?
Oh,
scary.
who is this? Who
It's
is
Hoosier.
this?
Not
Can you
our
see that?
mascot?
Who is
Who is
that?
that?
Oh, that's IU East.
Oh, well, that thing is scary. Okay, Hoosier, he's nice looking, kind of. I can't
Um,
click on
Like
him.
falls out of the sky.
he did. Look
He
at
falls out of the sky
him.
like the Jacksonville mascot. Aw, that
You
looks
know
like
he
you if you're a mascot.
You're
Hey,
wearing
it
the
was great.
jersey.
It was great to be on.
I'm not that
I love you
hairy.
guys.
I
No,
just
Yeah,
have a
but
what?
like,
beard. Look how
yeah,
short
but
my
like,
hair is.
if you were a mascot, meaning if you were like an animal mascot.
Mmm.
If you were
Mmm.
turned into a
Mmm.
mascot,
Mmm. I
Yeah.
get you. I get where you're coming from.
Do I look like the Longhorn guy? What's his name?
Bevo.
Okay.
See,
I don't know
Anyway,
him. Anyway,
what an episode. It's gonna maybe be our longest one of the season. Um,
yeah.
I will see you guys again for instant reactions in a week or so, and then
I can't wait.
we'll see you for a recap episode, and then top 10 games of the year, which we can say full point. Let's put out the news. Jackson will be on as a guest for that video because
Yay!
it's the video he's been asking to be on since like week 1. So Jackson's going to be
bruh.
on top 10
That's so
games of the
sweet.
year. We'll try and do more content, more vlogs through the off season. We'll say that, and then we just probably won't because we're both college kids who have a
We
lot
have
of work to do.
we have
There's at
one
least
to
gonna be one
plan.
vlog. I was about to
Yeah,
say.
Do we want to announce that,
So
Riley?
we can.
Vlog coming in probably a month. It's probably going to like take me ages to edit it. But we are going to be vlogging our trip to Memphis, our trip to the Bass Pro Shops Pyramid, our trip to like we're also doing some stuff in Birmingham that we're going to record. We're ordering like lapel mics to like actually make it good.
that'll be
Um,
fun.
and
We're
then
gonna be
maybe we'll do
official.
some vlogs during the summer. We'll
I
go to a
should learn how
Braves
to
game.
edit and just edit all your stuff.
Cool.
Perfect. Guys,
I'll
we have
take
an
that.
editor.
We do
Yeah,
have an
because
We'll
I
editor.
don't
send
have
this over to
anything.
the
I don't
editor
have
really
anything
quickly.
else going on.
Yeah, not at all. Of course not.
Well, It was a pleasure having you on, Jordan.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. Um, we obviously, you know where to find us: Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Go follow us on all of those platforms. Make sure you stay tuned to the Red Zone Instagram account, the Red Zone YouTube account for stuff. There will be highlight videos that will come from this podcast. I know I've been slacking on the highlight videos. My bad. But we will have stuff to talk about. We will be here. We will be there. We will talk about everything college football playoffs. We will talk about the bowl games. We will do everything we need to do. And Riley, if you don't have anything else, I think it might be time to send him home. Cool. Well, as always, my name is Nate Cohen. I'm joined by my incredible co-host Riley Davis, our guest of the week, Jordan Jones, and as always, roll tide, baby, and go Hoosiers!
Bye.